Today's project is free, but definitely not easy. Welcome to Creative Sunday. Welcome back, guys. Let's make YouTube fun again and actually build something creative. Today's project is my original idea. Yes, I know, dangerous words. And no, this isn't one of those grab 3 pieces of scrap wood and you're done before lunch projects. This one is going to take some time. A lot of time, but hopefully once finished, it'll be worth every minute. At least that's what I'm telling myself right now. Let's get started before I change my mind. Every piece of wood here is scrap. You can buy new timber, but I'm cheap, so this is what we're using. Yep, never trust advertisements. These protective glasses promise they will never fog up. They lied. At one point, they were so fogged up I genuinely wasn't sure if I was still cutting wood or accidentally cutting my workbench, which would have been a very efficient way of creating another project. So quick reminder, wear proper eye protection. If you don't like tools more expensive than your Saturday night, you might be watching the wrong video. I've got the thicknesser, laser and even the bandsaw out today. I've got them, so I'm bloody well going to use them. But if your most expensive tool is a screwdriver, don't worry, you can still do everything by hand. You'll just need a considerably more patience than I have. I don't normally explain every single thing I do in my videos, but today is going to be a little different. I'm actually going to talk you through the entire process. Don't get too excited. I'm still not giving you any dimensions. Why? Because I don't know them either. When I'm working on something creative, I tend to improvise, which is a very professional way of saying I'm making this shit up as I go. Now, for those of you who may have been slightly distracted, this is a frame. And I've made sure it's as square as I can get it, because we're going to need that later. So take your time with this part and get it as accurate as possible. This is one of those rare moments where I'm actually telling you to measure twice. Enjoy it. It probably won't happen again. Using this beautifully questionable frame, I've marked out the backing plate and taken it to the bandsaw. With wood this bent and wonky, it was definitely the safer option.
So I'm going to use these tools to create this into something, whatever it may be. Okay? So as I say, I'm not a turner. I will no doubt.
Nice. Now let's get the centerpiece ready. This one needs to be a perfect square. Yes, perfect. I know. That's a bold requirement coming from me. Let's see how badly I can disappoint myself. It's time to make another frame to go around this square piece. We're talking 4 45-degree cuts here. Nothing scary. You've got this. And if your mitres don't line up perfectly, welcome to the club. We've got sandpaper. While I'm putting these pieces together, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who liked, commented and subscribed to the last few videos. We've had another 150 people join this slightly questionable community. And if you're still watching without subscribing, honestly, I don't know what else I can do. I've shown you wood, lasers, fire, questionable cuts and my complete lack of patience. At this point, subscribing is the least dangerous decision you'll make today. If you're still interested in what's happening on your screen, here's the plan. I want this frame to sit inside the other one, slightly lower, so I'm shaving a little less than 1/4 of an inch of each piece. A tiny adjustment, which means naturally I'm going to spend far too long making it. One frame is good, 2 frames are awesome, 3 frames? Now we're just showing off. But we're doing it anyway, because I need something to hide the LED strip. Yes, people, we're adding lights again. Some of you kept asking for them, so who am I to disagree? It looks like your comments now control my workshop as well. It's time to add some details and make this look a little more fancy. I'll add a chamfer to the long sides of each piece to give it cleaner and more finished look. Hopefully this will make it look like I planned the whole thing from the start, which would be a fantastic achievement considering I absolutely didn't. Now that we finished our frame inside the frame, we can go back to the original frame and make sure our second one actually fits inside it. A fairly important step, because building 3 beautiful frames and discovering they don't fit together would be a spectacular way to end this project. Let's make sure everything behaves itself. This part was actually planned. I knew I needed to chop 2 corners of the inner frame to get a nice snug fit. And if you're wondering how I worked out exactly where to cut, well, I didn't. I eyeballed it, took it to the bandsaw and hoped for the best. So yes, this is precision woodworking, just with slightly less precision. With the centerpiece in place, it's time to start on the mosaic I've planned for this project. The reason is simple. I've still got scrap wood absolutely everywhere, and with 5 weeks until the move, it needs to disappear. So rather than throwing it away, I'm turning it into something useful. Now grab yourself a coffee and start chamfering all of the mosaic pieces. And if you're wondering why we're doing this, simple, it makes your lack of precision much harder to see. The chamfers catch light, create little shadows, and suddenly those questionable cuts start looking like a design feature. Trust me, I know exactly what I'm talking about. It's finally time to glue all of those mosaic pieces onto the backing board. And if your backing board is as wonky as mine, don't fight it. Just clamp the whole thing straight to the table and let the clamps do the negotiating. It's not elegant, but neither is my workshop, so we're keeping the theme consistent. One important detail here, make sure every mosaic piece is glued to the pieces around it and the backing board, but leave the frames out of this relationship for now. We want the whole mosaic to become one solid piece, without permanently attaching it to the frame just yet. Think of it as a committed relationship, just not with the frame. I'm copying the shape of the inside of our centerpiece using some NASA-approved technology, my pencil. Don't be jealous. Once that marked out, I'll cut the backing board roughly in half so I can take it to the bandsaw and remove the excess material. It's a lot easier than trying to wrestle the whole thing through that. And I'm genuinely curious how many of you are watching this thinking, what the hell is this man building? Good, keep watching. Now it's also time to bring out the propane dragon. I'm going to scorch the entire mosaic and the centerpiece, but I'll leave the inside of the centerpiece untouched. We want that area as light as possible for now. Once the burning is done, I'll add some mahogany stain to make everything even darker. Then give it a light sand, because nothing says beautiful rustic finish quite like deliberately burning perfectly good wood and then sanding it back. If anyone asks, this was absolutely the plan. I've asked you this before and your answers were pretty useful, so let's do it again. How much would you charge for something like this? I'm making this one as a gift, but if you think it's good enough to sell, I might actually add it to my product list. And if nobody would pay for it, well, at least one person is getting a very expensive looking gift. It's LED time, people, and there is absolutely no reason to overcomplicate this. I'm using my favorite highly sophisticated mounting system, Hot Snot. I'll also cut a small groove for the cable so everything sits neatly. These are the same LEDs I've used in several projects already, so they've definitely earned their place here. In fact, I think this might be their final job. They've served me well, probably better than some of my tools. With everything almost done, I'll stay quiet for a moment and let you watch the rest of the build. I'll be back for the final reveal, and please don't skip to the end. I know that little progress bar is tempting. Behave yourself. I actually really like this one. It might not be your cup of tea, and that's absolutely fine. Let me know what you think, and don't worry, I can take it. Likes and comments are free and they really help this little community grow, so don't be shy. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider joining the madness. Now go and watch one of these videos next. All the best, and I'll see you in the next one.